Wrong, wrong, wrong. Don't go to him, he's evil. Eh? Yeah, just don't go to him.
Simon.
Yeah. Is it time? I don't know.
I lost it. I think I lost the clock when I was tired. Been down there since Sunday. I was just waiting for
Like the music sitting down. I was watching a rerun the other day and all you could see was my big backside sticking out in the air and I thought, oh, pretty. Nobody wants to see that. Shouldn't even do it, that's a lovely song.
the middle's empty. What happened?
I know, it's
All
weird.
around the edges. Nobody in the middle.
Quite happily sitting for an hour.
Spirits in all there.
Perhaps, you're the medium. You said, oh yes, let me see something for it. I know, it's funny about that.
All on air,
Yeah.
we need a little red line to tell us when we're on air.
We don't.
Then I don't blaspheme.
I don't want to break up the party. I do, yes. Do you know what? It is lovely. This is, to me, and I know I say this a lot of the time, this is what being a church is all about. People together, you're all happily chatting out there, having a lovely time, and that's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So lovely, lovely, lovely. Big welcome to those people watching us online, probably sat there for the last 5 minutes thinking, is he going to do anything? Yes, we're just letting the energy flow in here. So welcome to our Wednesday afternoon divine service. Great delight to welcome back to our platform a gentleman who is a big, big, big support during the last few troubled years, not only filling in for the various counselations, but also coming in and chairing services as well. So Mr. Jamie Williamson.
Hello, hello.
I'm glad we have you. So thank you, sir, for taking our service today.
Pleasure.
What do I do now? I'm a little bit vague
prayer.
today.
I think
Yeah,
we
go
start
on,
with a
carry on. I will hand over to Jamie for the opening prayer. Thank you, sir.
Right. Good afternoon, everybody. Would you like to join me in a prayer? Heavenly Father, Spirit Divine, as we gather here this afternoon, like-minded people with a single purpose, that purpose of creating a sacred space wherein those from the spirit world and those still in this world can join for a brief moment and exchange wishes of goodwill. We ask that you put aside all those doubts and fears that we have in our daily lives. Be in this space, this sacred space of peace, quiet and tranquility, where the energy that is created will go on to make our lives that much more pleasant. So I ask you to join me in this solemn prayer, in thanks to all those that come and join us. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Jamie. Beautiful. And now, if you care to, please join in with saying the Lord's Prayer. If you would, Charlotte, that'd be lovely. Oh, you got one? Okay, lovely. Excuse us, just we need to look after the physical before we go into the spiritual. Are you all right, my darling?
I'm fine.
Sure?
Yeah.
Okay, super. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thine will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not when in temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, for ever and ever. Amen. So now we turn our hearts and minds and our energies towards the art of healing. Each and every one of us in this entire universe of creation are healers. We can send out our thoughts, our love, our compassion. We can heal just by a smile. We can heal with a friendly word. We can heal by assistance. We can heal every single day in so many ways. But during this time, we'd ask you just to sit there quietly, peacefully and relaxed, at peace with yourself and at peace with the world. And just in your mind's eye, send out thoughts to wherever you are drawn, be it the environment, children, the nations, ourselves, our family, our friends, our pets. It matters not. You work with this divine power in and through the name of love. So just for this short time, just sit there, be at peace, and feel that healing energy flow through you, and in and through the full knowledge that as you give, so shall you receive. So also as you give healing, so do you receive healing. God bless you all. Divine and gracious Spirit, that whom we call God of our own understanding, we give thanks for this knowledge and this truth that we can all act to make this world a better place. one tiny step at a time, but soon to hear the multitudes all making the same move will bring this place, this creation, this reality, bring it to that point of perfection for which you have intended. Amen. I'd now like to hand over to Jamie for his reading and address today. Thank you, sir.
Hello, everybody, again. I have a reading here from Silver Birch, one of my favourite readings. I don't know, is anyone new here to spiritualism at all? No, do you all know who Silver Birch was? He was the channel, well, not the channel so much, he was the guide of Maurice Barbanel for years in a home circle. He came every week and they produced philosophy. There is some 13 books that have been published from his philosophy, and it covers everything. So if you're ever in need, then Silver Birch is a place to go. The reason I like him is because he's always down to earth. He is always pragmatic. He is always to the point. And so this reading I've chosen because it covers two things. Well, in fact, Spirit inspired me to read it. And it's really entitled Knowledge and Faith. And it comes from the book entitled The Spirit Speaks, and was edited by Tony Ortson, if anyone knows him. So I'll read it and then draw a few points together when I finish. Faith, that is faith alone, sometimes fails when the winds of bitter experience blow. But the faith that is born of knowledge provides a foundation which is so strong that no wind or circumstance can disturb it. Blessed are those who believe and have not yet seen, but thrice blessed are they who know, and because they know, place their faith in that which is not yet revealed to them, because they know that the laws of the universe are operated by power which is love and wisdom. You should all have perfect faith, because it is a faith born of knowledge. You have had the proof of the power of the Spirit. Now you should have the faith that all things work wisely and well, and that if you put yourself in tune with the laws of the Great Spirit, then you must reap the operation of those laws. You can all banish from your minds the thought that anything that is unenlightened, or, as you would deem it, evil, could touch you. You live and move under the protection of the Great Spirit and his laws. If there is no evil in your hearts, then only good can reach you, for only good can dwell where goodness reigns. None but the servants of the Great Spirit come into your presence from my world. You need have no fears. The power which envelops you, the power which supports you and seeks to guide you and inspire you, is the power that emanates from the Great Spirit of all. The power can sustain you in all your trials and difficulties. That power can change your storms into sunshine and bring you out of the darkness of despair into the light of knowledge. Your feet are set on the pathways of progress. There is no need to fear. Perfect love casteth out fear. Knowledge dispels fear, for fear is born of ignorance. Where there is love and trust and knowledge, there fear cannot reign, and evolved spirit cannot be afraid at any time, because he knows there is no experience that can come to him, any phase of his life that he cannot master, for he is in the Great Spirit. Fear creates its own prison for the soul. You must learn to rise above fear and not allow its vibrations to hinder you. to have perfect faith and confidence and trust, to know that you can stand on your feet and say, I am the Great Spirit. The wind of circumstance cannot shake me. I will rise triumphant over every difficulty because of the infinite power that is within my soul. You have power over every circumstance. Would you limit the power of the infinite soul? The Great Spirit rules over that which is material and that which is spiritual. There are no divisions in his universal kingdom. Do not attempt to divide the life of matter from the life of spirit. There are no distinct and separate. They are parts of one invisible life, and for the things of matter react on things of spirit, and the things of spirit react on the things of matter. You have yet to learn that there are no difficulties which beset those blessed with the power of the Spirit that they cannot surmount, as long as they in return serve the Great Spirit wherever they go. Quite a lot to take in there, I think. I think that the root of it for me is knowledge. They say that knowledge dispels fear, and that it's so true in many things. We fear things that we don't understand. We fear things that are unknown to us. And these are the roots of prejudice from one culture to another, and the roots of many problems that we have in this world. So one question I ask is, what can we learn from what Silver Birch has said? Going back to some of the certainties, the knowledge. We have knowledge that the soul is eternal. If you, like me, have worked and been to spiritualist churches over the years and seen evidence being produced, evidence being given, we've received evidence ourselves, you get to that point where the overwhelming evidence points to the reality that life continues. It's not something you can dip into and then go away and get an answer instantly. It has to be worked at. We have to attend to it. I have been lucky in that I've worked in circles in my development, and I've had examples of evidence that cannot be disputed, that cannot have come from anywhere other than an external intelligent force, which we call spirit. So the soul is eternal. That is 101, if you like, lesson number 1. We are indestructible and infinite. The soul is indestructible. Our physical bodies, yes, age, deteriorate, and we pass out of this life. But our soul is eternal and indestructible. And that's what Silver Birch was trying to say, that at the end of the day, we are indestructible and we should not fear anything. He talked about the universal laws, and they are quite a complex set of interactions, and I think the easiest one to grasp is the one of cause and effect. We all understand that the world works through cause and effect. In other words, we find that things happen to us, and then when you examine what happens to you, you think, well, that might have been my fault. That was because that person was doing that. That's because they were in this situation or that situation. So we're used to looking at cause and effect. And the interesting thing, I think, is that we often think that cause and effect doesn't seem to work, because we see examples of children who are born with deformities, people that are struck down by disease, and you think, well, they've always been a good person, or they've always been loving, and so on. Why should they be struck down in this way? And we don't understand why. But I think you have to look at cause and effect in a three-dimensional way, in a sense that if our soul is eternal, and that if we accept, for me, this is personal view, the logical step that reincarnation exists, then that explains cause and effect over periods, literally over generations, and that we come out to learn and to pay back debts. And all these things are the universal laws. It is what Silver Birch is referring to, but not going into detail. And cause and effect is one of those. that goes from one generation to another. We see it in families. Families that are brought up in one way of believing, that tends to transfer to the next generation and so on. So that's an example of cause and effect in a way. But I could spend hours talking about cause and effect. The other important point he makes is that we are both spiritual and material. Most people turn that around and say we are spiritual beings, we are a soul within a physical body. But the reality is, whilst we're here, we have to embrace both. And that is where there is a balance to be achieved. Within our physical world, we have to keep our bodies physically healthy, we have to keep our minds healthy, we have to keep our spirit healthy. These are, for me, the three elements of health that you cannot separate one from the other. So these have to be kept together. It's only when we move to spirit, then we are pure spirit. And that's a different set of circumstances and a different set of rules. If we talk about, he talks about knowledge and faith. So faith is the point he makes about evil cannot touch us. And we see that in circles, we see that in churches. If our intention is pure and loving, then nothing can touch us from the spirit world. There are examples where there are unenlightened spirits, I think is a better word. We tend to use the word evil, which is not true if you look at it. They're unenlightened, they don't understand. And there are examples where people have feared that they have been influenced by unenlightened spirits. But if your intention is pure, they cannot get anywhere near you. We are protected by the laws. The laws, Silver Birch says about the laws, and these again are the laws. We have faith, and my faith is born of knowledge, which is what he was saying. I believe, I didn't come to spiritualism ready-made, as it were. It took me a long time to accept it as being true. And that was part of my own development, the need to accept it. But as I said earlier, there have been so many examples that I cannot dispute. And still, and working as a medium, I have even more examples of things that I could not have known that have been given to me. And they're not in my subconscious, they're not of my understanding, but have been given, which points to an intelligent outside force, again, which I would call spirit. So we can trust in spirit when they come. Someone's say that, that those that are detractors, if you like, that say that we dabble with the devil and all these things. And I, again, over the years can say, I have never seen spirit come through with anything negative. They only ever come through in love and in support and in guidance, positive guidance. So when you think about this negative side, it doesn't exist. It's not there. It's positive. We look at spirit, and we have examples here today. We will see of family members that come through, friends and work colleagues. All these people come through. They are all present in the spirit world and still take an interest in our daily lives and help us when they can, because of the bonds that we have created in life. And they continue when they have passed on. Finally, I think we have to have faith in ourselves. We have to accept that we're not perfect. We have to accept that we're here to learn, and we will make mistakes, and no one is perfect. And yet we are all individual, and we all have our strong points and our weaker points, but we are all on a learning curve, here as a learning experience. The key to personal development, if I move on to personal development, which is knowledge and faith and how we use that on a day-to-day basis, is that we have to first, I think, understand ourselves, understand how we are, and our purpose in life, if you like, is to understand ourselves. And if we understand ourselves, we can understand others, and if we understand others, we can help others. It follows on. So we have to understand our own worth. So we don't only accept our faults and accept that we have to learn, but we also have to accept that we have value, that we are valued by those. Spirit come, they value us, so they come to talk to us, to guide us. And finally, I'd just like to say that I consider that simplicity in all things is the way. And Silver Birch always made that point in all his books about simplicity. It's not about dogma, it's not about creed, it's not about complicated ideas. It's about the simplicity of living a true life, living in truth, accepting our worth, accepting that we are here to learn, and we work work with compassion and generosity, all these things. It is often said that the coin of spirit is service, and we serve ourselves by serving others, is one of the great maxims that is often talked about in spiritual work. So to finish, I'd say really that Silver Birch has many things to offer, and I would certainly recommend anybody reading any of his books. You can dip into any of them. They don't follow any particular sequence. You can just dip in and read one, and they're freely available. I'm not doing an advert for them. Really. So I'd like to thank you all for listening. I'd love to throw it open for questions, but I don't think that's what I'm here for.
I don't know at all. If anybody's got, you know what, we're only going to evolve by learning and understanding and asking questions. So yeah, if anybody's got any questions
on that? Because it's only short, 10 minutes is not a lot to cover a fairly big subject.
Or any thoughts on what was said and they want to share, absolutely fine. You know?
I don't mind if anybody disagrees. Debate is a great thing.
You're going to get 20 hands up.
Yep.
No, we're all right with that? Wonderful.
Nobody dare ask a question,
The first question is always the hardest. Once the first question is asked, then normally they roll. Thank you, Jamie, for your philosophy and your reading today. Wonderful, wonderful. And if anybody does want to delve into Silver Birch, we have a very good section of his books available in the library. So, thank you.
Thank you.
We now move on to our one and only hymn of the day, which is, O Lord my God, when I in awesome wonder. If you wish to sing along, please do. If you wish to just sit and listen to the music, please do. Whatever you like. Yes, from the top.
O Lord my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the worlds thy hands have made, I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe displayed. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. And when I think that God his Son not sparing sent him to die, I scarce can take it in, that on the cross my burden gladly bearing, he bled and died to take away my sin. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. When Christ shall come with shout of acclamation and take me home, what joy shall fill my heart? Then I shall bow in humble adoration and there proclaim, my God, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art.
So, before I hand over to Jamie for the demonstration of mediumship today, just a little reminder for everybody, if Jamie should come to you, nice clear response with a yes, no or a maybe, will confirm that communication. And never forget, your message may be somebody else's in the congregation's evidence. Alright, so be also mindful of that. So, quick dry run.
Yes. No. Maybe.
And I want to hear that. And I will stop the mediumship if somebody goes, all right, be warned. Jamie, sir.
Bless you, bless you. People often don't realise, you know, that it's that voice connection that helps build, because once that is made, then spirit tend to get stronger, so it's easier for me to work.
We're not here to make life easy.
No, not here to make life easier. Right, let's see if I can hear. I have a lady, she builds now, she's not very tall, and I hope she doesn't mind me describing her as quite rounded, and she's got curly, fairly short hair. In life, she still is in life. She's quite a bubbly person. She's got what I call a cheeky smile, and she had quite a wicked sense of humour at times. So this is somebody's mum. So anybody take a mum with a wicked sense of humour and she's a huggy person. Yeah, and she took life as she found it. Give me some more. She's mentioning daisies now. I don't know why she's mentioning daisy. I'm getting daisy or daisies.
Yes.
Daisies.
My
I'm getting.
granddaughter.
Oh right, daisy. She's mentioning daisy, so it's daisy, not daisies. Because I'm seeing a picture of a daisy as well, just to confuse me. Okay. She tells me that she follows her round, because this is quite a little tot.
She isn't now. She's more
Well,
grown
yeah.
up, but my mum's been there for her.
Yeah, because she's following around with which looked like a toy pram or something. I don't know why she's showing me that. Why are you showing me that? Yeah, it's not clear. It's a memory link. It's got to be a memory link in the sense that when she was younger, she was there for her. You're saying?
Yes, she still is.
Still is. Yeah. Although she's obviously in spirit, so this is not physical hands-on. She wants to talk about Daisy. She keeps mentioning Daisy. So there's something important happening with Daisy around and about this moment. There's a transition or a change. She's making me aware of decisions need to be made or are being made about the future.
All right.
And because she's here in support of that. So this is either work or education, or it's a job that involves training.
It's education.
It's
She's only
education.
11.
Yeah, so yeah, because this education then, sorry. But it's focused on career then, which is because she's bringing in work, education, so it's focused on career. And because she has to, because she has to make decisions about courses. She's got choices, there's choices involved, yeah, and Daisy's undecided. This is what she's telling me.
It changes.
Oh, it changes. That's the undecided bit then, yes, because I'm getting this
Yeah.
option 1, option 2, whatever, and whatever. And it's difficult at that age to make that choice when you don't really know, which is what she said, you don't really know where she wants to be in, say, 4 or 5 years' time, or career-wise. They're being asked to make career decisions at the age of 11. Would that be right?
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
she knows what she wants to do.
Ah, right. So it's getting the right path that takes her there
As a
then.
professional footballer.
Oh, right. Well, I can't see that. I can't see that. There's no reason, there is absolutely no reason why not. The emphasis here is on follow her heart. Yeah. Am I right in that people are trying to influence her decisions?
Yes.
Yes, that's what it is then. That's what she's getting at. We get there in the end. Yeah, so she's saying follow her heart. She knows what she wants to do and continue with that.
Right.
There may well have to be compromises, but she can still achieve, yeah, she can still achieve what she wants to achieve. I'm asking her if there's anything else she wants to do. Is there a birthday coming up? She's mentioning birthday, I'm getting. There's a birthday coming up. There is a birthday coming up. There's a celebrations coming up. No? You're looking doubtful there.
Not till March.
Not far.
Not far, is it?
March, yeah, it's not far. Yeah, because there's celebration at that point, and that's when decisions will have been made,
Right.
and the path will be clearer for her. Double check she's saying that. I think I'll leave her with you because this,
Thank you.
yeah, she just
That's
wanted
lovely.
to confirm that she needs to go for it.
Yeah, she's won medals. Thank you.
I have a gentleman building again. Now he's much taller than this lady, quite a tall gentleman, quite slim, and he's very formal, and would have been slim build, dark hair when he was around, and that's how he's showing himself. He was quite proud of his appearance, and I'm being drawn this way. He's quite proud of his appearance and would have been a smart dresser in his time and would have made a point of being smart and expected everybody else to do the same. And I got very much a father figure here, someone with authority and was used to being listened to in life, and was strict but fair, I think would be the best description. Can anyone take this gentleman?
Yes.
2, right. I'm sensing a military connection.
Yes.
Yeah. Could Jules have a military connection, lady over there? Well, keep listening just in case. Okay. So you think you know this gentleman? Would it be father?
Father.
Yeah, his father. Military connection, tall,
First World War.
First World War. Yeah, he's not telling me which one he was in, but that would be logical. He quite straight in every sense of the word.
Yes.
Straight bearing, straight living, straight talking.
Yes.
Yeah, and he was very proud of that.
Yes.
He had principles and he stuck to them.
Yes.
and he got quite I mean, I'm being nearly shouting here. He's got really quite a strong bearing. He would have been, if you was in a room with him, you'd know.
Yes.
And if you didn't do what he liked, you would know.
Yes.
So he was really quite strict, but at the same time, there was a caring element to it. Yeah, he wasn't the tyrant, as it were.
No.
Okay. It's talking about somebody shilly-shallying. Would that be you?
Yeah. Oh yes.
Is the word he's using shilly-shallying?
Yes.
Yeah. Because I can see you sort of going to do something and then stopping, and then going to do something else and then stopping. So there's this feeling about, I can't settle to do this, and then I've changed my mind, I go and do something else, and then I do something else, and I'm being distracted.
Yes.
He wants you to focus on one thing at a time.
Yes.
And I know you right, because is that right? You're right? I'm saying I know you're right. I know you're right. No? Have you been writing?
No.
Because I'm seeing letters or writing. Somebody has been in communication with you in writing, or you're thinking of writing. There's something to do with writing. I don't understand that. You've been there's something about putting things on paper.
Yes.
You've been planning something or writing something. Yeah, right. Sorry, because he keeps. He says he wants you to focus on that first. The rest will come into place when that's been done. That makes sense.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, because he wants you to focus on the written part.
Yes.
In a sense, yeah, no, that sounds awful saying that. I can't say that. It's about getting things in order.
Yes.
So that, so you get that done first. The rest will then be much more straightforward,
Yes. It
because
will.
in a sense you're trying to juggle three things up in the air at once,
Yes.
and you can't really. You have you've got to do one first. So he's talking about an anniversary coming up shortly, or just past.
In March.
March again. March is the month. You got plans for that anniversary? Because I've got plans being made for the anniversary.
Probably.
Yeah,
There's enough here.
maybe.
Yes.
He's saying he's literally saying this will give you something else to focus on,
Yes.
rather than dwelling on things that he doesn't want you to dwell on, because there's this element of negative thinking that he wants you to. So he wants you to start planning for something positive that is not going to take too much of your energy, so that rather than dwelling on negative things, which you have been, I mean, it's very difficult to be positive in the middle of winter, I know, with the weather the way it is, but he wants you to do that, to look at positive things. Does that make sense?
Yes. It does.
Yeah, for that anniversary, because that anniversary is a key point
Yes.
in the year for you.
Yes.
Okay. Who's Annabelle? I've got Annabelle or Annie.
Annie.
Annie or Annabelle.
Annie.
Annie.
Yeah. It wasn't a particular person. It was a bedroom in a house that we always called Annie's room because we never had a sister. And it was always known as
Because
Annie's
he's saying Annie. It sounded like Annie Bell to me, but Annie. Yeah.
Yeah, Annie.
That is just evidence to show that he knows what it's about and what's going on. Yeah. So he wants to leave his love for you,
Thank you.
because he was quite happy to talk about love. It was not a taboo, as it were. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I've got a gentleman here now. He's not very old. When he passed to spirit, we're talking. Well, for me, not very old. For a younger person, he would be, but in his 40s, early 50s. Quite a character. He's got this very much this upbeat personality that you would instantly, when he was around, people were uplifted. Quite the cheerful chappy, they used to sort of call this sort of character. And I'm getting a very connection with London, or certainly that area. So where are we? Give me some more. So say when he passed, was not that old, in his 40s, 50s at the most, certainly, and would have had some connection to the London area. Now this is either, I'm getting strong. This is either a family friend or a cousin, or it's a what I call a not family in the sense of father, mother, brother. Might be brother, but it might also be somebody, a work colleague. So it's quite a wide open one. Need to narrow that down. I've got brother. So does this ring any bells to anyone? Is there any connection here to anyone? I'm drawn to this side of the room at the moment. Anyone? If there's any of that, you can take. So young man, cheerful personality, quite upbeat, and he was quite the lad, and he was certainly knew how to live life, and he lived it to the full until he passed. And there is a connection with London somewhere. No one take this young man? I say young man.
I can understand that, like a brother.
Like a brother, yeah, because
Yeah.
it's this, and he really is a character.
Oh yes.
I won't tell you what his.
Don't know boring people.
No, don't do boring people. Right, let's see if we can give him the London connection
Yeah.
is quite strong,
Yeah.
because he's giving me that. And motorbikes or motorcycles?
Yeah.
Yep, he's giving me motorcycles, motorbikes, and a bit of a tearaway.
We didn't conform, shall we
No,
say?
that's a bit of a tearaway. He was always up for a party.
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah, always
Yeah.
up for a party. He's the sort of character that if you went out for the evening, you're bound to have an interesting time.
If you went out for an evening, you wake up on a tuna boat somewhere off in Newfoundland the next week. Yes.
Yeah, you never quite knew what he was going to do next.
Absolutely
Yeah,
no idea.
that's him. Yeah. For some reason, I'm getting the name Charlie. I don't know if that means anything.
That's on another level. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, God, yeah, I've forgotten. Yeah, never mind. Forget that.
No, don't forget about that.
No, sorry. Okay. He's often around.
Yeah.
Yeah. He comes when you need uplifting,
Yes.
and he certainly knows how to do that.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Take you down memory lane to all the escapades when you were younger that you wouldn't want to admit to now. And yeah,
They will be in my memoirs, everybody.
he
Volume
comes.
2,
He comes with a
the adult version.
Yeah, he comes with a lot of affection,
Yeah.
a lot of friendship. There's a strong friendship there, as you say, more like a brother than anything else. And he really just wants to give you a hug
Thank you.
and say that. I don't know if he used to say this, but he's saying something about all problems can be solved with a bottle of whiskey.
Oh, yes. With the bottle.
with a bottle, showing me a bottle of whiskey, saying all problems can be solved with a bottle of whiskey.
Or you
But
drink it or throw it, one or the other. One would sort it out.
he just really wants you to sit down and remember him,
Mm-hmm.
to focus on the good times.
Yep.
because it's been quite difficult. We know
Yep.
various things recently. So he wants you to do that and know that all is as it should be.
Thank you.
Nothing is not how it should have been. This is normal, as he's saying. I don't want to go any further with that because
Thank
he's
you.
getting very close,
Yeah.
and I don't want to. If I can leave his love with you
Thank you very much.
before I succumb. Yeah, interesting. I've got two ladies now, and these are sisters in spirit. Description, both strong characters, and I'm not sure whether we're actually dealing with twins rather than sisters, but they are very similar to look at. Similar height, similar build, and similar hair colour, and at a casual glance you might think they were twins, but I'm not sure that they are twins. Does anyone know two sisters in spirit? Put your hands up, and then we'll work on it. So that lady at the back, whose name I'm not sure, obviously. You say yes. Anybody else? Maybe. Right.
Are they sisters or not?
Well, this is
Yeah.
this.
Right,
They are
so
sisters,
we're
rather.
approaching the
Yeah,
age,
but
yeah.
they are very similar in looks. Yeah, they're almost like peas in a pod. Yeah. Yes and yes and yes and yes. More. Right. That's fine. We'll work it out. That's their job now. To give me something to narrow it down. They both got fairly. It's a light coloured hair, and slightly curly. I would say it's of a style. I don't know what you call the style, but that's not going to get me far. For some reason, they're showing me, like plaid skirts. Is it plaid? Like it's similar to tartan skirts. Then can you take tartan skirts? Would be something they want. Yes? No? No. Let's see how we go. There's another. Is that?
Lady.
Sorry, lady. Yeah, I've got one. Have I missed one somewhere?
Yeah, lady at the back.
Oh, yeah. Tartan or plaid skirts. Yeah, they were very much twin set and pearls almost. Because I can see a skirt and like a jumper top, very much what I call the 60s, 70s style. And they're both wearing a similar necklace. It's either a gold chain or something like that. Yes? No? No. I think, right, we'll keep listening in case I'm off. Okay. I'm being given the name Gladys. I don't know whether that fits. Or Gladys? Yeah, don't worry. We'll hold on to that. Why have you given me that name? There is a memory link through Gladys as a. Do you know a Gladys? You do. There's some connection to Gladys. What's Gladys do with it? Is Gladys still in this world? She's in spirit, right? So, and what I can't work out is the connection between these two sisters and Gladys. What's the connection? I should tell you. Were they friends? They're friends.
Yes.
Yeah, they're friends. And there's 3 of them now I've got.
Yes.
That's fine. And again, she's very similar to both of those two in build and looks. Yeah. And they were very much kindred spirits. Literally, and they are now. And they would, when the 3 of them got together, it could be quite interesting. Yeah, they knew how to enjoy themselves, I'm being told. And they liked to knees up, she's saying. And when they were younger, they would have gone out together on the town.
Yes.
They're still doing it, they say. So we've got some really lovely, they've got some really lovely memories that I know that you share, because you would have, and they would tell you tales of when they'd gone out and done something and how this had happened and that had happened, and there was all this joy of sharing that they did with you. And they really hear the message they've got for you is to uplift you and to make you realize that they're still there, and they move things around, or they have done things in the home to attract your attention, and they are very, very mischievous at times. And they think it's great fun to see you wondering, oh, what did I do with that? Where's that gone? Yeah, it's that scenario. So they are really quite the jokers at times. So they all this is just simply to, again, to get you to be uplifted, to give you some encouragement. But they also, I'm seeing that they also give you healing.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and particularly at night.
Yes.
So you have dreamt of them, and yeah, and you are aware of them when you're going off to sleep.
Yes, that's right.
And they say, talk to us.
Right. I will.
But yeah, that's when the healing takes place. When you're at rest,
Yes.
they will give you healing. And I think I'll leave there's nothing else they want to say, only that they will give you as much healing as they can, because they know at the moment it's difficult
Yes.
for you. But you've still got a long way to go.
That's good news.
Lovely, Jamie.
Bless you. Bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jamie.
Thank you.
Very quickly, a few notices for the week. Pleased to say the workshop this Saturday with Angie Freeland is now fully booked, so thank you, and we look forward to seeing you on Saturday, those of you who are attending. This Sunday, 11 a.m, we have a family gathering service, and this is totally about community, bringing people together. Sue has blackmailed a number of the congregation to get up and do things. Well done. Yeah, good girl. So yeah, it's all about community, bringing people together. Exactly the same energy as we had just at the beginning of this service, where everybody is just being together. So if you wish to come along, we'd love to see you. And it's just, yeah, a delight. So that's this Sunday, 11 o'clock. Next Wednesday at 3 o'clock, we have a healing hour service. We're going to do 2 healing hours a month now throughout the year to give it a go. This one will be led by the church healers. So the whole hour will be dedicated purely to spiritual healing, taken by one of our wonderful healing team here, brings people together, meditation, and then receive healing from the healers. So that's next Wednesday. Our online works on Monday evening at 7 o'clock, Saturday morning at 9 a.m. we have a 5-minute meditation. Saturday night at 7 o'clock we will be having, it's going to be a pre-recorded talk this week because I'll be tied up with the after effects of the workshop, and I'm going to re-release the interview we had with Tim Wilde, and that was really interesting. So that's online at 7 o'clock on Saturday night. On Wednesday the 26th of January we have a 3-hour workshop online on Zoom. We're going to see how these go. If they work, great. If they don't work, absolutely fine. Nothing lost, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So it's a 3-hour workshop, and this will be taken by Stevie Trolland from Inverness. And he is a DSNU holder with the SNU organisation, also a teacher's certificate. So it's a 3-hour workshop. It's aimed at beginners. So if anybody is interested and think, oh, I'd just like to learn a little something, and you are are you up? Hello, Fred, Charlie. If you are up with your online work and using the Zoom rooms, we'd love to see you. There is a cost associated with that of £15 for the 3-hour session. That concludes the notices. I would like to hand back now to Jamie for the closing blessing. Thank you.
Before I give the blessing, I just want to read a small prayer which fits very much in with the talk. This is Saint Teresa's prayer, for those that may or may not know it, which is a 16th century mystic and reformist in the Catholic Church. Anyway, we won't go on about that. So, may today there be peace within. May you trust that you're exactly where you are meant to be. May you not forget the infinite possibilities that are born of faith in yourself and others. May you use the gifts that you have received and pass on the love that you have been given. May you be content with yourself just the way you are. Let the knowledge settle into your bones and allow your soul the freedom to sing, dance and praise and love. It is there for each and every one of us. So just join me in saying, Heavenly Father, gracious Spirit, guides, helpers, friends, let's give thanks to this opportunity to again affirm the existence of everlasting life and the continued existence of our loved ones and their continued support and love for us. May we send out healing to all those present today so that they go home in peace and health and well-being. Send out also the energy that has been created tonight to all those in the world who are ill, suffering from war, famine or disease. And keep us all safe for yet another night and for another year. Amen.
Amen. Jamie, thank you so much.
Thank
So
you
glad
very
we
much.
managed to secure you before you jet off once again. So thank you for taking our service today.
Bless you. Thank you.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you also to everybody watching us at home online, and lovely Pauline for being the online moderator today. Wish you an absolutely wonderful evening, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you so much. Nearly, I think.